He was born into a world of gold and power, a name that carried both lineage and legacy. Prince Al-Waleed bin Khalid bin Talal al-Saud, son of the fiercely devout Prince Khalid bin Talal, and grandnephew to the famously wealthy Prince Al-Waleed bin Talal. From the moment of his birth on April 18, 1990, his destiny seemed pre-written. A palace life, Western education, and perhaps a seat of influence in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He was tall, strong, athletic, and humble, known for his sharp mind and kind demeanor, a young man with all the markings of a future leader. In pursuit of that future, the teenage prince enrolled at a prestigious military academy in London, far from home but carrying his nation's pride in every stride. No one knew that a cruel twist of fate was about to put time on pause, forever. It happened in 2005, on a rainy London afternoon, a car accident that would change the course of many lives, especially his. Details remain scarce, whether due to royal privacy or intentional silence, but what is known is this: the car was mangled, emergency crews fought the clock, and when Al-Waleed arrived at the hospital, he had suffered traumatic brain injuries, internal bleeding, and a near-total loss of cognitive function. He was flown back to Riyadh in critical condition, slipping into a coma, one he would never awaken from. Doctors diagnosed him with a persistent vegetative state, a condition where the body lives, but the mind is gone. Machines kept his organs functioning. A feeding tube sustained him, and the world, quite literally, faded into silence. The doctors were clear. There was no hope. But his father, Prince Khalid, was even clearer. Only God decides when life ends. While some families might have let go, Prince Khalid chose the opposite path, the path of eternal vigil. He transformed his son's hospital room into a sanctuary. Quranic verses were recited day and night. Nurses rotated shifts meticulously. Therapists worked to keep the prince's muscles from wasting. And through it all, Prince Khalid remained by his son's side, year after year, Eid after Eid, refusing to give up. In an interview, he once said, "If my son has even 1% of life in him, I will fight for that 1% with 100% of my heart." Then the miracle many prayed for, or thought they saw. In 2019, a video emerged. The sleeping prince, motionless for over a decade, moved his fingers. The footage rippled across Arab social media like wildfire. And then again, in 2021, another clip. A voice off camera asks, "Can you lift your hand?" The prince, slowly, subtly, raises his hand. Doctors hesitated to call it consciousness. Maybe it was reflex, maybe muscle memory. But to his family and millions who had followed his story, it was divine confirmation. He was still there. It gave rise to a wave of hope. Social media called him the Prince of Patience, a symbol of faith, resilience, and unconditional love. His condition became more than just a personal tragedy. It became a subject of global conversation. In the West, where do not resuscitate orders and end-of-life decisions are common, Al-Waleed's case was seen as extreme. Medical ethics boards questioned the quality of life. Commentators asked, was it compassionate care or endless suffering? But in Saudi Arabia, the answer was spiritual, not clinical. In Islamic theology, life is sacred, and ending it by human decision is a grave sin. Prince Khalid's refusal to withdraw life support was rooted in deep belief that only Allah can take life. The sleeping prince thus became a philosophical symbol, a clash between modern medicine and ancient faith, and in between, a father, simply refusing to let go. And now, the vigil has ended. On July 19, 2025, nearly 20 years since the accident, Prince Al-Waleed bin Khalid bin Talal al-Saud was pronounced dead in the early hours of the morning at King Abdulaziz's medical city. He was 36 years old. His father announced it with the words of the Quran, "O reassured soul, return to your Lord well pleased and pleasing." Social media exploded with grief and prayers. In mosques across the kingdom, tears fell for the boy who never grew up, the prince who lay still while the world changed around him. What is a life? Is it measured by actions, accomplishments, or time spent awake? Prince Al-Waleed never ruled, never spoke again after 2005. Yet, in his silence, he united millions in prayer, challenged medicine, tested faith, and inspired a father's unwavering love. He was not just a sleeping prince. He was a mirror, showing us what it means to love without condition, to hope without logic, to believe without evidence. His death may have closed a chapter, but his story lives on. From all of us at True Crimes and Strange Happenings, we extend our deepest condolences to Prince Khalid bin Talal, the entire House of Saud, and to everyone who held hope in their hearts for Al-Waleed's recovery. May his soul rest in peace, and may his family find comfort in the legacy of love, strength, and faith he leaves behind.